Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the last part. Welcome to the last part of this the series. So I wanted to leave this as the last part of the video. I didn't want to do the dungeon and also the boss fight at the same time because the boss fight deserves its own video. So just make sure you got everything in here you would like to have. Not much in here really. You can go outside, but you have to do the whole dungeon all over again, so I would recommend not coming here. I would recommend not even coming here until you were ready to go. And everybody on my team is level 80 and higher, so I believe we looked at everything beforehand. So I don't think anything here is really going to help us. And that's weaker than what we have. So you can do a double check just like I did if in case maybe there's something that you didn't get. But I'm pretty sure we got it all covered from the last video. So okay, so there's gonna be a you remember when I said there was only a few more boss rushes? Well, this is the grandiose of all boss rushes. Well, if you're really prepared like I am, this boss rush might not be as hard. It depends. If you're not as prepared as I am and you didn't get all of those GNRs, then this might be a little more difficult. Just go through this hole in the wall just like with before. And I think you can go on here, but it doesn't really mean anything. Like, I think you can go. No, never mind, you can't travel on foot. That was just, those places are just there from the cutscene before. Where Ramses was made, and then there's the, yeah. And once you go down there, you cannot come back. Once you jump down, you cannot come back. Not that it matters when you'd only come here if you were wanting to end the game. Now I'm really worried if there's gonna be a lot of lag. This is Deus? What are those four spinning around it? Seems as if the power of those four things is supporting the center. Well, that means that big thing in the middle is the core of Deus? Probably. Who cares about those orbs? Let's just crush the core. Striking directly at the center is rather than at the center rather than using fuel necessarily. That was one strategy, but I believe there is one plan I'd attack that would defeat its surroundings first. If we decide to attack the supporting orbs first, it might be wise to leave the battles up to us. We should be able to do something without using Faye's power. And you should take that recommendation. We cannot use Faye until the end. And allow him to use the full power of Xenogears to defeat Deus. And yes, of course, to save Ellie. Whether we do a direct strike or to the core or take out Xenogears first. I guess that's best left up to Faye to decide. Thanks everyone. To attack Deus directly or to take out its supports first, I wonder which is best. For this video, I think we'll be trying to take out its supports first to show you guys the boss fights. So you want to use everybody besides the main units that you'll be using. So we could use these, but unfortunately you can't tell which orbs you're going to be fighting, so you basically have to just guess. Once you fight the first one, you'll be able to guess a little easier, but until the meantime you won't really be able to really guess, unfortunately. So it is what it is. You have to just hope that you don't run into the fuel one first, or else you're kind of screwed. Just hope you don't run into the orb one first would be really annoying, so hopefully we don't run into it. That'd be really great, right? Everybody's equipped with speed shoes, good. Might be able to get a better defensive item on him, I'm not sure. Or am I already using them all? Oh, here, kingly armor. Okay, so let's just go with one. You can't tell which one is which. So, oh, of course we run into this one first. Why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we run into this one first? Well, we gotta get rid of this. This one's the hardest one, of course, other than the one that freezes. That's a lot of damage, though. That's annoying. He steals your fuel, unfortunately. I'm doing a lot of damage, though. Oh, that's the AoE attack. Ouch. That hurt. We need to get rid of this pretty quickly. That's a really damaging AoE attack. I'm just fast forwarding because we're going to be using this a whole lot. You cannot use death blows, so you're kind of stuck with that situation. Okay, good. Wasted his turn with that. Good, good, good. If this ends it, that'd be really great. I think they have a lot 50k HP though, so probably not just yet. Nope, not. Oh, never mind. Okay, good. That was one of the hardest ones, and we just defeated it pretty much effortlessly. So good. That's one down. So one of them is gone. We won't be able to steal fuel anymore. Or just reduce fuel. Okay, we ran into the hardest ones, of course. We ran into the two most hardest bosses of the four, of course we did. Tapped its other engine, which was good at least. It missed. Doing really good damage. Like really good damage. Was that supposed to do something? Let's try the weaker one, because we're almost out of fuel. That was still good. Nice. Took out the second one. Now the other two are not nearly as hard. The Harloot only does like a counterattack every now and then, but it doesn't really mean anything. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Okay, good. Let's check to see what else we can do. I think we need to replace Billy because he's out of fuel. This might be pretty risky because Maria's kind of slow. We have two people that are slow in my team, but Choo Choo is pretty much useless unless you build her up properly. And I haven't other than leveling her up, so... but this needs to change. Give her some GNRs. Fuel's a little low, but that's alright. We can change it out for Do I have a Z charger? Did I buy any Z chargers? I did. I can just do that. He's fine. Check Maria's equipment. Goddess robe. Yeah, this is fine. Hopefully this will be okay. I find Harloot or the other one first? Or Sundial? No, Harloot. So he can do some counters every now and then, but... that does hurt, that's for sure. Do I have anything? Hey, why do I have this? Why would I ever want to do that? And those are also not worth it. Defense down, that's not so good, but hopefully we can end this pretty quickly. Of course. That wasn't so bad. There we go. There's a hit. He never learned any of his death blows, so he stuck at 2. Oh well. That's still good damage though. Good, nice. Get out of here, loser. One left to go, and that one is kind of annoying because it is a little annoying because it does counter and stuff like that. Or I thought this one was the one that countered. No, this one does other stuff. Bard's a little on the low side, but I kind of need him in the party because he's the hardest hitting besides. Here's what we can do. We can sacrifice a little bit of his fuel because he doesn't really need much. So what we could do, sacrifice some of his fuel. This might be risky to do. Doesn't have much fuel left, but that's alright. He still hits really hard, and we're only doing triangle attacks. So hopefully that's enough. I think it should be good. I've decided to try and put Billy in instead of Rico and see how that goes. Might be risky, but I'm willing to try. So this guy will basically counter one of your teammates and you'll never know which one it is until you have to guess. You basically have to guess, and it's a bit tough. Oh, it tells you. Thought it didn't tell you. Okay, well, that's okay. Then don't attack with Billy. That's fine. Don't attack with Billy, that's alright. What? What? That wasn't even... I'm not... Okay. Well, that's okay. I didn't... What? It's died almost instantly. I don't think it has over 5,000 HP. We did not do 50,000 damage there. There's no way. So that was way easier than I thought it was going to be, but that's okay. Now we can use our main team and we can squash myself. I can squash myself right now. This is going way back. I think this is my best playthrough of all time. 100% this is my best playthrough of all time. There's no doubt about it. I don't think we really need to frame. We can keep it like that, I guess. And we can keep this. I'm confident with this build. With all of them taken down, his HP is a lot less. And he also will not be able to use all those abilities that you basically disabled. So those angels on the side will come down and strike at you every now and then. We're gonna boost up. Yeah, they'll come and hit us every now and then, but 0. So I'm not really worried. This is not his best attack. Apparently it was very dramatic though. That hurt, but it wasn't that bad. I hit everybody. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. You don't even need to go that high up. We're doing just as much damage even if we went infinite mode. Maybe a little bit less, but we're still doing insane damage with level 1 death blows. See if she has infinite death blows. Wait, what? I didn't even try! I guess we were so far ahead that it doesn't matter at all. We were so far ahead that it literally doesn't matter. This is my best playthrough ever, I think. Really, that's crazy. By the way, that's like going past my threshold. All that noise is going past my noise threshold. So it's probably really loud. So yeah, we literally defeated myself. Defeated a god. I'm not calling myself god, it's just what I am. My name. Not sure if I'm gonna have to pause. There is a part where, you know, there is a portion that reveals some people without clothes on, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to show that or not. My gear won't budge anymore. The Zohar modifier ceased functioning. That's probably the reason why our gears can't move anymore. There's only a slight energy response coming from the Gorn now. What about Ellie? What's happening to her inside of that thing? The data system's bind on her should have worn off by now, so why aren't we getting any kind of response? You don't think we hurt her in that battle too? Faye, calm down. The sensors are picking up a response from within Deus. It's probably Ellie. So don't worry, I believe she is okay. Ellie! Can you hear me, Ellie? This is no longer active. It's all over now, so come out of there. Show your face. Ellie! Ellie! Oh, what? What's happening? Doc, what is going on? What's wrong? I'm not detecting a tremendous amount of energy coming from within Deus. Seems as if something was sealed up until now. Suddenly been freed and is growing enormously. It couldn't be. The wave existence. The wave existence? It's gotta be it. Wave existence was just freed from its cage of fleshly existence in Zohar. It's probably attempting to return to the higher dimension that it originally came from, which means this is the after effect of the dimensional shift? What do you mean, after effect? It is likely a shockwave that is induced by the interdimensional displacement, but so much energy? If this much energy can unleash here now, so much energy unleashed, then what will happen, Doc Tails? Then this planet will be annihilated. These numbers indicate that it has more than enough energy to take out a whole planet. What you mean? You can't be serious. We all fought so hard only to see this happen? Isn't there another way we can do something? Can't we stop the after effect? Unfortunately, nothing we can do. Almost all machinery, including our gears, are out of commission due to the Zohar being shut down. This time there's nothing we can do. To put it to you straight, this is the end for us. This is freaking stupid. How the hell could we all end like this? What we're all fighting up till now. The vibrations are intensifying. Hold on a second. No, these vibrations are different. It has to be something else causing it. Look! Deus is rising. What is it this time? Deus is releasing its remaining energy and is beginning to accelerate. If it continues to accelerate at this rate, it will soon leave the atmosphere. You don't think... Think what? That it's Ellie. Ellie is moving Deus. Are you sure? I'm sure of it. Ellie is trying to save us by moving Deus away from our planet. She's going to sacrifice herself. Like Sophia. That can't be. Oh, Ellie. Can't we do anything? We can't just sit here and watch it happen, can we? Wait, there's something I can do. What is it, Faye? My gear still works. Why can't Choo Choo move? She's not a gear, by the way. Loophole. Loophole, by the way. She's not a gear. She's just enlarged. My gear still works without the Zohar. Without Zohar, the power source for only your gears. The only gear that remains active now is mine. Just like Deus, my gear and I made contact with Zohar. We're the ones who can move it now. I'm gonna go save Ellie. That is absurd. Even if you were able to catch up to Deus, you will not have enough energy to make it back. Even so, I must go. Ellie's taking the whole burden upon herself. If anything happens to her, I want to be there with her. Hey, just wait a minute. Just, you know, I'm not going to stand by and let you get double that word. If that's what you're planning. Bart. You better come back alive. You hear? Promise me. Promise me that you'll come back. And then I'll let you go. Thanks, Bart. I promise. I promise you that I will return. With Ellie. You better. Yeah, of course. Alright, then get going. But let's let him go sit in. At this point, Faye's the only one that'll be able to bring Ellie back. There's nothing we can do or say about it. You are right. Faye, keep your promise. No matter what. Faye and Ellie, both of you, come back home. We'll be waiting for you too. I appreciate this, Bart, and the rest of you. Well, I better get going now, but don't worry, I'll be back soon. I guess this will be our last journey I make together. I'm counting on you, partner. He was very fast, definitely. But it sucks that I might have to skip out of some of the story, but I mean, it's not really showing real nudity, I guess. If I get in trouble with YouTube, I'll just edit it out in the YouTube editing thing. Also, there's a lyrical music at the end, I think. Ellie. Uh-oh. They're getting sucked into like a black hole. Where am I? So actually the lyrics at the end, the theme at the end is copyrighted. I just looked it up, so I can't play that. That's Ellie, that must mean I am inside Deus. Not exactly. Your actual body is but a spherical object. He's merely been absorbed into Deus' outer shell. Only you, your conscience, is here. Of course, the girl you perceive in front of you is also not a true being. Her conscience is merely creating her image. The way of existence? No, that's not you. Who are you? Can't be. Is that you, Krellian? That's right, isn't it? Krellian, it was you who did this to Ellie. Path of Sephiroth has been connected. No one can stop God from returning to his world now. So what have you come here for, Lacan? I came to take back the person I love back with me, so set Ellie free. The day system has been destroyed, it's all over now, so instead I ask you, what are you hoping to achieve now? The time where all things started, the place where all things were one, I am going to return there. A place. For the beginning of the universe, in the undulating waves of the higher dimension, all things were one. It was the waves spilling out from there that created this four-dimensional dimension of ours. Humankind and the souls of the humankind that were once born from there are merely leftovers of those spilled waves, so... Going back there? Is that what you desired? Lacan, why such a reluctance to become one with God? What attachment could you possibly have to this wretched old world? What meaning can be found in living out such short existence, hurting others, hurting yourself, grinding into another one down, only to inevitably die and return to dust? Why? Everything we could ever desire is here. No one would be troubled by the need for love, for this place is filled with it, the love of God. I have not lost the hope for humans much as you have, Krellian. Someday mankind will come to understand one another. I sincerely believe that. How can you be so sure? Humans will never come to understand each other. You said that she is the person you love, but can you say that even you truly even understand each other? All humans do is place themselves at the comfortable distance from each other and call that mutual understanding spiritual unity or true love, but it all lies. Men cannot associate with others without first deceiving themselves. That is the way that they were created. But one being's ego cannot define everyone's fate. People have the right to choose their own destiny. That's why humans have free will. And what if that will itself was predetermined, then what? Oh, what folly. Humans are just primitive life forms that have no such things as free will. Mankind has merely been allowed to live in such an imperfect state, as is, as will be. It is for this very reason, because humans have this wretched will or whatnot, that humans must experience sadness and loss. For someone to gain something means another must lose it. It is impossible to make mankind share limited things and affections. So I came to the conclusion that everyone must be reverted back to where it all began. To go back to where all was when one. Waves and nothing else. It is nothing my human's ego. It is the will of waves, the will of God. Well, that's alright too. We don't have to be perfect. Actually, being imperfect mankind makes mankind live by helping each other. That's what being human is. That's mutual understanding. That's unity and love. I'm glad. No, I'm proud to be human. Ellie placed the future tomorrow in our hands based on our choice, and she is working to keep Deus far from our planet. She is also trying to heal your heart. You, who wants to journey all alone to be one with God. Can't you understand Ellie's feelings? Do you have to become one with God before you are able to comprehend all of this? I understand. I know her feelings as if they were my own. Yes, she and I are one. We don't need God's help. Well then, prove it to me. Show me this is the power of humans. Show me this is love that you can make independent of God. Technically, this is the real final boss, but it's such a joke. Purple hair? Gee, I wonder who that is. It's a joke final boss, by the way. The real final boss was the one I fought before. Yeah, you're alone, but it's so easy that it's seriously a joke. The most joke fake final boss of all time. You're fully healed, you get all your fuel back from the last boss. It's a joke. There's nothing threatening about this enemy at all. Literally nothing threatening. She's already dead. Or I thought she was. She did the weakening pose. Okay, not yet. But, like, is that threatening you guys? 600 damage per turn? That's nothing. That was just her getting hit before. So sad. Why couldn't she have been a little bit stronger? It's so pathetic. It's over. Sad. Very sad. Ellie. I'm gonna take a risk and just play the cutscene, but I can't play the last part unless I mute it. I'm probably gonna mute the last part because it does have lyrics that are copyrighted. Faye, it's Krellian. Krellian released me. Krellian? I came to understand after becoming one with Krellian. His heart was so full of sadness. That's why he desired for me and he and I to go become one with God. Because that would be turn to the beginning of everything. He told me, you should be with him. That's what he said. You see, he already knew. Yes, he already knew how I felt, how you felt. But nothing we or he could do. He had no choice but to go forward, even if it meant he lost all feelings, lost everything that was human. For all humankind's sake, that was no going back. Even looking back, he held too many memories. He would have just wanted to go back, even though he couldn't. So please forgive him. Krellian loved people more than anything else. I somehow knew it all along. I just knew that he was really that kind of person. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I was so wrong. I thought sacrificing myself in order to save others was the right thing to do. But actions only brought sadness to all the people who I left behind. And that sadness gave birth to even more sadness. As long as I still live within you, my life is not mine, just mine alone. Ellie, that is not wrong. Sacrifice yourself for others is a noble thing. Even if it were just to benefit yourself, it's no problem. I will be a person healed, one or the other. Love gains its original shine only when there's an interrelationship between the giver and the receiver. Is incomplete, or the other is missing. The two are one. It was you, Ellie, who taught me that. I believe that is what it means to be human. I can now understand the true importance of it. I don't know if it's the right answer or not, but we have a lot of time to think about it. What Krellian himself was looking for all along. We will find the answer to it all ourselves. Thank you, Faye. Ellie. Now they're stuck in space, basically.
Let's return to our
Hopefully if this ever gets remade, hopefully the animated parts will get like remastered, because it really doesn't. It's the meme of like the 90s anime dubbing where the lips move. They're not syncing the lips with the voice lines.
If we're together, I can.
I forgot it self-censors anyways. Good. There's nothing bad on the screen, guys. Totally nothing bad. I don't even know what happened. I still don't really know what happened there, but fine. Now they're in a little bubble in space with Krellian.
Krellian, you. There's no time. This place is about to be destroyed. Now there is no more God. This is no longer their planet. This is your home planet that you are now standing on.
Krellian, you aren't going, are you?
No. Since that time, I have stopped being human. I've committed so many sins that any attempt at living like a human is impossible. The only one who could have forgiven me was God.
Remember, you did all those experiments and things.
I know they would understand. There's still plenty of time to atone for your sins. You, of all people, could do it.
Always the peacemaker, eh, Lacan? Perhaps that's what it means to be human. But regardless, I cannot go. It's something I've already decided. I go to walk with God, even if there's no place left for me upon my return. I must go now.
Krellian.
I don't know what the censor is. There's nothing shown really. Nothing really that would be condoned as something bad. I'm pretty sure this has been on YouTube for a long time anyways, just fine.
I envy you too.
But I have to be careful about the last part. The wave of existence exploded. That's what they were talking about at the beginning there. With Satan saying that it would blow up the entire planet. That's how much power that had. I know it's gonna play any moment now.
Faye! What happened?
Waves from the explosion disrupted the ionosphere, making it impossible to get a visual. They were probably caught up in the explosion.
That's a lie! He'll come back.
He promised us. That'd be good.
I know it.
He knows. You can tell it in her eyes that she never doubted anything. this is where I gotta mute it. Yeah, sadly I gotta mute this. Or big YouTube will get me in trouble. But you're not really missing anything. It's the song playing. You can look at two small pieces on YouTube and play it while you're listening to this, and then you're just saying hey and all that stuff. So you're not really missing out on much. But it saves my channel from being copyright striked or anything, so please understand. Anyways, that's gonna be it. That's it, guys. There's nothing else. I can fast forward past all this. I'm pretty sure there's nothing here though. That was not supposed to be playing. I lied, there's a little bit at the end. Gotcha. Just like in the movies when sometimes after the credits there's something. Gotcha with that last part. But that's it. And it's so funny to say when it says episode 5. Remember there's supposed to be multiple episodes of this, and this was supposed to actually be the 5th one, even though it came before all the others. It's just really amusing to see that. And I guess that's it. So that's gonna be it, guys. That's the end of this playthrough. Probably one of the best Xenogears playthroughs ever, definitely. So stay tuned, as I'm gonna be playing more games that I'm really good at. Probably not to the level of this game, but I'm gonna be playing a lot of my favorites that I know I've been playing for years and I just know a lot about. So if that's interest you, make sure to tune in for the next video. Peace.